Mirá. No es un final.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Ah, bueno, estos los vamos a omitir porque ya los vimos. ¿Cómo? ¿Qué pasó? Sí, vamos a hacerle... No, tu personaje tampoco se acuerda de nada.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. The blade is your implement.
Brandon, no tengo ni la más puta idea de este juego, así que estamos así, tipo, no sabemos nada. Vamos con la daga. No pasó nada, literal, volvimos al inicio, estamos en el inicio de todo y vamos a ver qué culo pasa. Vamos a tomar la puta daga y vamos a intentar matarla, vamos a ver qué carajo pasa, ¿ok? No vamos a charlar con ella. Nuclear Nightmare, ¿se puede jugar a 8 jugadores y es mundo abierto? No, NK, ¿cuál es ese?
You take the blade from the table.
Vamos.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the
No leas un resumen del juego, quédate acá conmigo.
The air feels heavy.
Bueno, esto ya lo vimos.
Who's there?
She sounds... Don't let it fool
Esto
you.
ya lo vimos.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
Con el culo cerrado, Va. ¡Cling! ¡Mata!
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steal.
Oh, no talking then? Fine.
Ah, entonces no hablarás, de acuerdo. ¿Qué te hace pensar que puedes matarme? ¡No! No tenés que saber. Te tenés que quedar acá conmigo, mirando acá con los nervios a flor de piel, mirando a ver qué no va a pasar. Es terror, estás en... No, NK, yo en terror ni en pedo, Quiero decir, seguramente estoy encadenada en esta sótana por alguna razón, ¿no crees? Y si ese cuchillo es la única arma que tienes, tendrás que acercarte mucho para poder usarlo. ¡Cállate, puta! ¡Cállate, puta! Ya me mataste 2 veces, no una. Así que ahora voy a intentar matarte yo, que estoy en un tamaño acorde. Así que mejor suéltalo. ¿Quieres? Mejor no arriesgarse a descubrir de qué soy capaz. ¡Cállate, puta! ¡Cállate, puta!
If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
¡Ay, pobre!
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
¡No era ella la culpable! ¡La otra era! Tocará a ver si puedo lograr aquí, porque si no, se me la hace pasar mal. ¡Nos vemos! Un beso, preciosa. Muchas gracias por pasarte. Me dio pena. Bueno, eso fue fácil.
Oh.
Yo creo que no le dimos, solo sostuvo con sus tetas el cuchillo.
This is it.
Se acabó, ¿verdad? No sé. Si estás sosteniendo con tus tetas el cuchillo, no. Casi vergonzoso. Debí haberlo visto venir, pero me pregunto... ¿De verdad crees que esto es suficiente para matarme? Corre. 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 Parece estar convencida de que no puede morir.
Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
No creo. Claro que no, fue demasiado fácil como para que esté muerta, ¿verdad?
It's over.
It's
Don't get all
over.
worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that.
No creo que van a hacer eso. ¿Por qué, pinche narrador? ¿Qué te pasa? Le metió en su otro bolsillo. La voz del héroe quiere tocar una teta, ¿cierto o no?
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
¿Qué pasa? No entiendo.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
¿Le tocamos las tetas o no? ¿Retiramos la daga? Pues si le retiramos la daga y no estaba muerta y ella estaba taponando una arteria en el hipotético caso de que no le hayamos pegado y atravesado el corazón, al quitar el arma que hace de tapón, lo que va a hacer es que se desangre más rápido. Es un buen dato para que sepan si alguien se está desangrando y se clavó algo en alguna parte vital, no vital, perdón. Por ejemplo, en la pierna, si ustedes le quitan por ejemplo, una viga que se le haya caído sobre la pierna, lo que eso va a hacer es que la sangre salga y se desangre y muera, ¿ok? Nunca quiten las armas o las cosas punzantes que se hayan atravesado en su cuerpo, quitando el hecho de que acá, bueno, evidentemente se atravesó el corazón, ¿no? Se la clavan de nuevo. No. Ok, le revisamos el pulso, ¿eh? ¡Dale, estúpidos!
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question?
No es la voz de la experiencia, pero veo muchos documentales, podcasts y cosas de crímenes. Entonces vi muchas muertes estúpidas por gente que se ha quitado elementos cortopunzantes y se ha desangrado. Te juro que si se mueve me voy a miar, boludo. Yo también eso que tengo ganas de hacer pipí. Literal. ¡Está vivita!
What was that? You know what that was? That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy.
¡Pinche perra imbécila! Chicos, se están queriendo coger una loca, dale.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort. The little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for
Ojo por
an
ojo,
eye.
diente por diente. Supongo
life
que ahora
for a
estamos
life.
a
I
mano.
guess we're even now.
Perra. Soy muy buena para estos juegos de mierda. Tendría que haber quitado la daga y volverse a clavar, chicos.
See you around.
Nos vemos.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Capítulo 2, la cuchilla. Qué
You're
pendeja.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here.
Bien, esto ya lo vimos.
And away we go.
Adiós, perra.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
No, no sé.
Do you even know where you're going?
La matamos y no se murió, Mau. Básicamente. Sí.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine.
Adiós.
I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Pendejo. Me voy.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies.
Dies forever.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. What's going on? Where are we?
Esperen. Esperen, algo no está bien. ¿Puede escucharme? Porque suponen que hay que ir de vuelta a la cabaña, pero todo comienza a ponerse borroso. Ojo.
That son of a bitch flipped over the table, didn't he?
¿Qué pasó? No entiendo. ¿Me morí? Recuperé mis recuerdos. No. ¿Soy el receptáculo? No traigo más obsequios.
You're on a path in the woods.
¿Qué?
You make your way up the short path.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a...
Se terminó el mundo, ¿no? ¿Sí? ¿Qué carajo? Ok, vamos, entramos, la matamos, no la salvamos, quitamos el cuchillo y va. ¿Ok? ¡Puta daga!
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase. Good. You're still listening
Claro.
to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
¡Avanzamos!
There's a heavy chain around her wrist. You step forward. Your grip on...
Hasta acá lo mismo que habíamos hecho, ¿ok?
What even makes I'm
¿Por qué puedes matarme? Todo esto lo vimos.
Right, so
She's unarmed. If you hesitate...
Bien. ¡Aniquilamos!
You lunge forward without a moment. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking.
oh, this is it, isn't it?
Entramos, la matamos, nos veamos en su cadáver y nos vamos, ¿ok? Listo.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen.
Esto ya lo vimos.
Believe...
It's like she's convinced.
Ok. Mierda, no puedo poner esto ahora. Ok. Muerta.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Ok.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone.
Ay, 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 perdón. Aunque fue por el bien de todos, sería bastante retorcido que nos sintieran al menos un poco mal. Pero fue por el bien de todos. Ok. Tetas, literal.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Nos vamos.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only
No
thing in front
entiendo
of you
nada,
now
che.
is the vast emptiness of
Paloma,
someplace far
explícamelo
away.
que no entiendo nada.
What happened?
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here.
Por
This is
cuatro.
good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Esto es una pura mierda. Déjame salir de ese lugar. Creo que esperaba un mejor final después de haber salvado el mundo. ¿Qué ponemos? Yo esperaba un mejor final, la verdad.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
Your reward.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
No, Harakiri. Este es el sentimiento de no poder vivir la experiencia. Está horrible, que yo me siento bien culera, no entiendo una mierda. ¿No escuchaste al narrador? ¿Estoy feliz? Estamos felices. Como garcha salimos de acá.
I do, but you're probably not going
Harakiri.
to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out.
La única forma de salir de acá es morirse.
It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
No entiendo, No entiendo una mierda.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare. How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
Forever. No entiendo, chicos. ¿Ustedes entienden algo? En serio no
This is out
entiendo.
there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
Y no hay final, sino... morir.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
Si no, voy a
I
intentar
made this happy little place for you. Is this not a
liberarla.
good enough reward for saving
La
the world?
próxima.
An eternity of bliss?
Porque está horrible esto, tipo...
Great. Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
The end. El fantasma.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin.
No entiendo nada.
And in
No
the
puedo
bed you're
adelantar.
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
¡Qué gracia! No.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
Es una novela visual. Es la primera vez que jugamos algo así, así que espero que les guste.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep. That's fine.
Okay.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist.
Novelas diabólicas, no entiendo
Oh,
una
boy.
garcha.
She will lie, she will cheat,
She won't be a problem.
La voz del apático, ella no será un problema. Vamos. Voy a entrar sin
The interior of
cuchillo.
the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. The blade is your It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already. You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous. But there was a mirror a second ago.
Novela, sí, claro.
Now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it.
Aristoput.
Clearly, it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Vamos a entrar sin daga, ¿ok? Me la rejuego.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally.
Qué culera, y yo entré sin la puta dagas, pobre princesa.
As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay.
Ay,
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost!
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying.
mucho, chicos.
What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Nos puede hacer mucho. Es que llegaste tarde, chef. Pero no te preocupes que la voy a dejar subidita desde el principio para que lo veamos todo.
Oh, it's
Ah, eres
you.
tú. Hola, asesino. Esperaba volver a
I was
verte.
hoping to see you again.
Tengo algunas quejas sobre lo que sucedió en nuestro último encuentro. Perdón.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit.
La princesa vuela hasta tu órbita y pasa los dedos
delicadamente
delicadamente sobre tus hombros. Bueno, esto lo tiene que leer, chicos.
Her touch is cold and
Y
ethereal,
sí.
formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. We could
No
probably
puedo,
grab
sí.
her and kill her again, if we
Que
wanted
no
to.
puede hacernos un
We
fantasma,
don't
te
even
juro.
need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
Mira su cruz. Espero.
I see you don't have that annoying
Veo que ya no
knife
tienes ese molesto cuchillo.
anymore. So, does that
Entonces, ¿eso
mean
significa que te arrepientes de lo que hiciste? ¿Viniste a disculparte y hacer las paces? ¿Suplicar mi perdón, quizás?
Because I might be
Porque me
interested
gustaría
in
verte
seeing
suplicar un
that
poco.
later.
La gente que te quería muerta me engañó, el enemigo de mi enemigo es mi amigo. Formemos un equipo. Ay. Equipos, me quedan las ideas que proponen. ¿Rico o turbio? No sé. Chef, es una novela visual. No, básicamente tenemos que matar a la princesa, o eso dice el título. No sé más nada. Estamos viendo qué pasa. Boludo, un montón de opciones. Voy a poner... después de que te maté, esta cabaña se teletransportó o algo así. Dejó de estar en el bosque en un tiempo, dejó de tener importancia y tuve que suicidarme para escapar. Pobrecito, eso debió ser aterrador para ti.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathizing with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it?
Dijo que estaba linda la princesa, Mau.
She doesn't mean it.
Buah, perdón.
It serves you right.
Te lo mereces.
I was pretty
Yo también me asusté mucho cuando te vi parado ahí sin decir nada con un cuchillo en la mano. Pero ahora sabes lo mucho que duele que te apuñalen en el pecho. Porque recibiste justo lo que merecías. Voy a poner... ¿Quieres que yo muera? ¿Quieres que me suicide para satisfacer algún tipo de fantasía enferma de venganza? Porque ya lo hice una vez y no sería difícil hacerlo de nuevo. Vamos.
Are we putting this to a vote? Because personally, I'd prefer if we didn't die again.
Estamos decidiendo, sí, entre todos, chef. Así que podemos ver.
That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point.
Ay, qué oferta tan linda, pero matarte no nos ayudará a ninguno de los dos. ¿Y ahora qué hago entonces?
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies.
Perdón, lo intento. No es fácil.
I just want to go
Solo
home.
quiero ir a casa, dice ella.
And just where is
¿Y en
home?
dónde queda eso?
I don't know where
No lo sé, solo sé que no es aquí, pero puedo sentir que me llama desde algún lugar lejano.
wherever.
Sea donde sea que debe estar, es allí afuera. Ok.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
Ok. ¿Puedo hacer algo para ayudarte a volver a tu hogar? Vamos a intentar ser buenas. Ya vimos que no me sirve ninguna de las cosas. Lo que pasa es que yo soy una persona buena, ¿entendés? Ya la matamos. Vamos a ayudarla ahora. Y si no, después volvemos, la matamos y que se cague, ¿ok?
No.
No, esos huesos no son más que un cuerpo. Yo no soy eso. Entiérralos, destrúyelos. No vas a conseguir nada.
It won't let you get
Pero sí puedes ayudarme. Ese lugar no deja que me vaya. Al menos no sola. Ay, pendeja, me van a matar.
alone. I've tried.
Lo intenté antes de que volviera. Exploré cada rincón de este lugar, incluso los espacios entre las paredes. Pero nunca pude encontrar una salida. Siempre terminaba aquí otra vez. ¡Igual que yo!
I always
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything would be fine.
¿Viste? Es rarísimo, chef. ¿Están entendiendo algo, chicos? Una exorcizada y lava y pa' mi rancho.
Hasn't
hijo de
got
puta.
out and can't get out are two very different things.
It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
Dale, Mau.
But you can come and
Pero
go
tú
as
puedes
you
ir y venir
please,
cuando
can't
quieras,
you?
¿cierto? Entonces, déjame ir de pasajera.
After all,
Al fin y al cabo, estás en deuda conmigo. Bueno,
Absolutely not.
sí. Yo digo que sí.
Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in,
¿Nos dejamos
there's very
poseer?
little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face.
Podríamos
with me.
vernos.
I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
Parece, ¿no, chef? ¿Y si me niego? No. Solo será algo temporal, ¿no? O sea, si te dejo entrar, ¿seguiré teniendo el control?
sure.
Sí, ¿por qué no? No te creo.
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body.
Nosotros tampoco, chef, no te preocupes.
That is a very dangerous train of thought.
Y se va a ir cuando abandonemos la cabaña, ¿verdad?
If I'm able
Si
to,
puedo hacerlo, sí, aunque por lo que sabemos no funciona así. Puede que termine atrapada contigo durante mucho tiempo.
long.
Se podrá convertir en una voz nuestra, sería interesante. A ver, vamos a dejarla.
Do you hear the way she said that? She knows more than she's letting on. Don't let her fool you into doing something you'll regret.
Pinto. Vamos.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger.
You're really trying to
De verdad
get
intentas
to me,
compensarme,
aren't you?
¿cierto? Gracias por ser un buen amigo, asesino. Lo digo en serio.
I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
Nos vemos pronto.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over? I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
No quiso salir, es estúpida.
Come on, you. You've got to get up.
Vamos, tienes que levantarte. Sé que todo se siente pesado, pero todavía tenemos que salir de aquí.
Your
¿Y cómo
eyes flick
salgo?
back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you.
Entonces así es como sientes ser tú. Tienes una voz incorpórea que narra todos tus movimientos, parece.
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Realmente hay cristal rotos.
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm...
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am.
Ok. No entiendo nada. Literal.
Who cares what we are? We
¿Y el
exist.
narrador?
That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other
Claro.
voices in here too.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
More important. ¿Por qué?
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Y no.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round
Como
foolish
todas las que tomo en mi vida, chicos.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to
Vamos
fix
a salir.
this. Probably.
A ver, hay mucho ruido, vamos a decir.
It's okay. We're almost out of here. Just take it one step at a time and everything will be fine.
Si tú no entiendes, dímelo a mí.
Everything won't be fine if you listen to her. One way or another, this is all going to end.
Claro.
Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
Wouldn't that be nice? There's only one way to find out.
Vamos.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the
Te lo
cold
juro.
that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
Sí, solo esto.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do.
Me dijiste que duraba 1 hora. Vamos 2 horas. O sea, yo soy muy pendeja o no sé.
Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't
Claro.
end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world
Sí, debe
end
durar
and
más.
something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
Bueno.
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
¿Es cierto?
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long
¿Y
as I
por
am.
qué la odia?
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
Qué raro, ¿eh?
And whine.
Hey, yo, y quejarte.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that could make that happen. You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards,
A ver.
growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
Creo que la cago igual.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over.
Veamos.
There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next. Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it?
The handle clicks as you twist it.
Shit.
And then the door collapses to the ground. You and the princess, free from the confines of
La
the
libertad.
cabin. As you exhale from the effort. Yes?
¿Nada?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
No entiendo, chicos, no entiendo nada.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world?
Abanico.
We're still here.
No entiendo, sigo sin entender nada.
Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if
A
I
ver.
can hop on.
Ay. Pude salir, me liberaste, de verdad, ¿cierto? Estoy afuera, gracias por darme una segunda oportunidad, asesino.
Don't mention it.
Creo que aquí es donde se supone que debo estar. ¿Otra vez? No entiendo. No entiendo, chicos. Imagínate que sea solo la intro. ¿Sí, no?
She's gone. And there's that.
Bueno, esto ya lo vimos. Receptáculos vacíos son versiones de las princesas. Sí, los que aparecen acá, tipo al final.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different.
Ignore him. You.
Sí, ¿no? La entidad que las absorbe sabe que necesita tal cantidad para que se pueda romper. Claro, yo sabía que estaba en un bucle temporal, pero no entendía. Has crecido. ¿Cómo crecí? Otra vez te encuentras en el silencio eterno. Acá estamos otra vez. Mira, cuando te encontré solo en el silencio eterno, me sentí aterrada. ¿Y si habías decidido dejar que me marchitara? Pero ahora tu compromiso es definitivo. Con tu regreso, desapareció tu posibilidad de recorrer el camino de la aniquilación mutua. Si todavía quieres abatirme, tendrás que esperar a que esté completa. Las luces parpadeantes en una ciudad vacía se convierten en pequeños focos de vitalidad y movimiento. Soy más de lo que era antes. Cuando estés listo, dejaré tu lienzo en blanco de nuevo. ¿Sí, no? ¿Qué opinas sobre este receptáculo? Es más, acá le dice que fue la que mejor la trató. ¿Qué quieres que te traiga la próxima vez? Los obsequios no se piden. Yo disfruto viendo que elegiste, no hay respuestas incorrectas. Cada perspectiva ilumina mis sombras y comparte nuevos secretos conmigo. Los receptáculos cambian según sus recuerdos de ti, pero sus impulsos se sienten atraídos hacia el borde del silencio eterno. Para ellos eres el portal hacia algo más. Consideran que el daño que les hayas causado es un precio justo por la libertad. Sin embargo, no son más que pensamientos y perspectivas. No son yo. Las heridas que han sufrido le dan textura a mi corazón. Sin ellas no sería como era antes. Buah, no entiendo una mierda. Sería sola y no sentiría nada. No podría sentir la alegría de tenerte a mi lado, pues no conocería tu ausencia. ¿Sí, no? Bueno. Me hice un harakiri. No debes estar en ningún otro lugar que no sea este. Carajo. Esperaré con ansias tu regreso. Tu ausencia me dará tiempo para reflexionar sobre qué soy. Nos volveremos a ver. Carajo. ¡Buah!
In the woods, and at the end of that path.
Vamos. Es que yo no la quería matar, pero empezó a tratarme feo. Es una novela visual, Jeff.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely.
Pero fue
The door
cruel.
to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here.
Sí, yo sé que la maté. No la voy a matar.
Wait, really?
Espera, ¿es en serio? ¿Viniste a rescatarme? Y yo que pensaba que jamás saldría de este lugar.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Ven, baja, quiero ver a mi salvador cara a cara.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Buah. ¿Qué les está pareciendo? ¿Sí les gusta?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting.
Hola, no puedo creer que estés aquí. Llevo toda una vida esperando que ocurra algo así.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
¿Sí, no?
Okay.
Primero hablemos, le dije. Vamos a tratarla lindo. Gracias.
I don't see what
No
that
entiendo
has to
qué
do
tiene
with
que ver
anything.
eso con la situación. Amiga, te estoy intentando hablar lindo.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the
Te
princess.
pregunté si había comido algo.
That's hardly relevant.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Sí, yo sé.
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if your Royal Highness is
Lo
too
mismo,
formal.
esto ya lo
Is
vimos.
Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Princess. A la princesa, a ella.
You're only making this more difficult.
Vamos a ver qué pasa.
Thank you.
Muchas
Thank
gracias.
you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Supongo que no tienes la llave.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay. I'll be here.
Ok.
Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the
Carajo.
click of a lock sliding into place.
Is someone else here?
You try the door, but it's locked from the
Me
outside.
encerraron.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Me dio pena.
I heard the door slam.
Escuché que se cerró la puerta. A ti también te encerraron aquí, ¿verdad?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get
Tan
out
solo
of
pudiera
these
quitarme
chains,
estas
I know
cadenas,
we
estoy
could force
segura
a
que
way out of here
podríamos forzar
together.
la puerta juntos.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Bueno, creo que ya descubrimos qué comió.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that. Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Carajo.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
No, she didn't.
Oh.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even
¿Qué
bothered
pasó?
by what just happened.
Thank you.
Gracias. Ahora salgamos de aquí. ¿Cómo, amiga? Nos acaban de encerrar.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward
No!
and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
No.
What are you doing?
No.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
¡Hijo de puta!
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
¡Ay!
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know.
Ambos sabemos que este no eres tú.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Perdóname,
I'll try to be
intentaré
quick.
hacerlo rápido.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no.
Oh
I'm
no,
so
lo lamento
sorry.
muchísimo.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel
¿Viste,
every
Jeff?
inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Perdón, dice.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Pobre, me morí.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
No sé, puede ser, ¿no?
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Culo.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end you're here to slay her.
Vamos.
A warning. Before she will lie.
If only you... Excuse me? Forget he said anything.
But he is a villain.
La voz del enamorado.
Made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Last time? What are you talking about?
I think he just likes to hear the
Él lo
sound of his
recuerda
own
porque no
voice.
es, no es
Let's try
nuestro.
to- I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Paloma, vos sí fuiste a comprar, ¿verdad? No te preocupes. Vamos. Wow.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal. The blade is your implement,
You'll need it if you want to do this
¿Vamos
right.
sin daga otra vez? ¿Vamos sin daga otra vez o vamos con la daga para ayudar? Voy a agarrarla para ayudar.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. But a soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in
A ver si
love.
zafo.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this...
Qué cursilería.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Spirit. Ali, ¿qué tal? ¿Todo bien?
Oh, your spirit's
Muchas gracias por
plenty
ese
loud,
follow.
all right.
Bienvenido. Estamos jugando una novela visual. Estamos intentando terminar, que no entendemos nada.
It's you. My
Eres tú, me han
hero.
puesto héroe. Tenía
I was
miedo
so
que no
worried
volverías.
you
O sea,
wouldn't come
nos
back.
recuerda. Ojo.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Digo que somos opuestos.
And she called us a hero.
Y se llamó héroes.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Es el mismo, Jeff. Pero no sé qué ha pasado. O sea, estamos intentando ver qué onda.
Waiting for you to come back? You've been here before, haven't you?
Yes.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Que eso que se ve en la pantalla. Es que me han seguido en Twitch.
Well, she killed us.
Ah, podría...
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done.
Ok.
What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
A ver qué onda.
We damned a whole world.
Claro.
But everything reset.
O sea, no pasó nada, literal. ¿El villano será el puto narrador?
Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever.
Vale,
Especially not
Axelot.
without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is
¿Seinoso se durmió o qué? A ver.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity?
No me
And even if you
importa.
wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
¿Se podrá?
If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
Por ahí no.
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature, or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in fact.
Yo.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
Empíricos.
One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her
Ojo.
bonds. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Pero no.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths.
Ojo,
and if you
ojo.
try
¿La podremos
anything
salvar?
that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
A ver.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That
Maldición,
shouldn't
estamos
have worked.
acabados.
I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Soy un monstruo, chicos.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free.
Soy libre y esta vez no intentaste matarme. Gracias, muchas
Thank you
gracias.
so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Ugh.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried
Todos
in her
aquí lo
back, and
sabemos.
everyone out there would be saved.
Parece que soy un monstruo, pero no sé qué monstruo soy.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
¿Y qué hacemos ahora? Irnos. ¿Qué quieres hacer?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
En realidad no lo sé, nunca me han preguntado qué es lo que quiero.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
Creo que quiero irme y...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know.
No sé, ¿qué quieres hacer tú? Quiero que me hagas lo que quieres tú.
I just want to make you
Solo
happy.
quiero hacerte feliz.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
¿Pero qué te haría feliz?
I just want to make you happy.
Todo se va a desmoronar ahora mismo. Solo quiero hacerte feliz. ¿Hacerte feliz? Entre signo de pregunta.
Is she broken? What's going on?
Coño de la madre.
What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Exploro. Quiero que me hagas infeliz. No. Tengo miedo que me mate, boludo. De acuerdo, pero pensaría en otra cosa que podría querer si eso te hace feliz. Coño.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
¿Qué le pasa?
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
That sounds perfect.
¿Qué le pasó?
What are you talking about? Our angel has always been like
Me
this.
encanta, me encanta, me encanta.
Absolutely flawless.
Claro, si sale su prisión, supuestamente se termina el mundo, pero...
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers.
Eso es lo que
as
dice
they
el narrador,
intertwine
pero
with
nosotros no sabemos nada.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening.
Ya
You don't
está.
have to mope about it.
Ya nos tiramos a la pileta.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Exacto, Chef, sí, eso mismo.
You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand.
¡Qué asco! Mira cuánto se
Look at the
ríe.
way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Nos tiramos y nos suicidamos juntos.
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses
¿Y
of the
ahora?
world are no match for the strength of true love.
¿Y ahora?
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Abrirla con el poder del amor, te juro.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional
Igual si
voice.
pudimos sacar los grilletes así con el poder del amor, podemos abrir la puerta con el poder del
I'm
amor.
just along for the ride at this point.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Sí, hagámoslo, dijo.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door. Together. Ugh. And
And... Open the door.
the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Salvamos a la princesa.
I told you our love was insurmountable.
A ver qué pasa.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the
Me
blade.
mata.
That's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Espero que no me mate.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
I hate you.
You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone.
Salgamos, chicos.
That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
No estamos en otro listo, no necesitamos para ser felices. Solo nos quedamos aquí acostumbrados. Ya deja de interrumpir, toma una decisión. Nos vamos de aquí. Tan solo ignóralos. Los ignoro, ¿verdad? ¿Eh? ¿Sí?
That's the way out.
Ahí está la salida. Vamos a irnos juntos, como tú querías. ¿Y ya qué quieren?
Yes, I
Que no me
suppose you
dijo.
are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room,
A ver,
open
¿qué
the door
pasa?
to the cabin.
Ahorita. Ya tomé como 2 vasos de agua.
And then you step outside.
¿Ya te vas? Te mando un beso muy grande. Muchas gracias por acompañarme. Un besito. Muchas gracias. Hasta la próxima. Mañana vuelvo a prender, así que si quieres pasarte, yo me prendo todos los días.
Our happy ending at last.
Nuestro final feliz. Hola, Pablito. ¿Sí por acá? ¿Te está gustando?
We did it. What should we do now?
¿Y qué haremos ahora? No sé.
Where did everything go?
Buah, otra vez.
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Está bueno, ¿viste?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all
¡Estas
and weave her a
plumas!
coat worthy of a princess.
Parece. Tengo que romper el bucle temporal.
She's gone. Where did she miss that? Never. This does, yes.
Te has marchitado. Debe ser el último este. Este debe ser el último. O sea, una más. Son un creciente coro de contradicciones, una masa de mareas que suben y bajan al mismo tiempo, y en tantas direcciones que mi atención es incapaz de abarcarlas. Mirar una de ellas las transforma a todas en algo nuevo. Apartar la mirada las renueva otra vez. Todo mi ser está cambiando y aún así el resto de mí sigue igual. ¿Cuántos receptáculos más te tengo que traer?
We will know when we near our destination.
Cuando nos aproximemos a nuestro destino nos daremos cuenta. ¿Qué hago? Porque también la puedo atacar, pero yo no quiero atacarla. ¿Qué opinas de este receptáculo? Esta es suave y delicada. La formaste para que te amara. Será un corazón amable. No sientas lástima por ella. Has cumplido su propósito. ¡La ataco! Pero no la ataco a ella, ¿no? Mira, Pablito, hoy estuve tomando todo el día. Casi que no me queda. Me tomé dos vasos ya. Ya no tengo más. Voy a volar acá. Y voy a atacar y cualquier cosa si no me gusta vuelvo. Buah. Mis raíces se entierran en el océano fuera de tu alcance. Del alcance de tu vista. Tal y como somos ahora no podemos dañarnos el uno al otro. Buah. Buah.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Buah, yo creo que este es el último,